How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. I've been missing from the world. I've been writing.
That's a good thing, though. Like, you took a break, girl. You did so much and so, like getting the house, dropping the book, signing on the book, going out,
I'm
like, girl.
still. I haven't stopped. I literally I'm not even my house isn't even like fully all put together. I've been writing. We moved and a bunch of stuff happened and I'm still just writing like deep in the lore.
Girl, you just pumping out masterpieces. So we're grateful for whatever you do, okay?
I got to. I got to.
I love it so much. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. We got some
Thank
sisters
you.
in the chat too. Thank you so much for modding. You all are amazing. We're just waiting on Alea and then we'll get started. I tried to keep it spoiler free, which was really hard. That was very, very hard because I
I can imagine.
had a lot I wanted to say, but maybe after like the second book is out, we can do like a
Yeah. Yeah, I
might
would
be
say
spoiler
I would
interview.
think that's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Because I feel like I have suspicions and I have questions, but I'm excited. Hopefully Teddy can crash. I sent it to him, so we'll see if he can crash. Um,
That'd be wild.
I know. He's slammed. I know he's so busy.
Good.
Emily. Hey Jojo. You're so sweet. Thank you. Well, I wanted to say I was looking at the book on Amazon, and I saw last time I saw it, I want to say it was at like 56 reviews because we got it like pretty early, right?
Yeah.
Girl, you're at almost 1,000. Have you seen that?
I don't pay attention to it now.
Girl, it's at like 919 reviews.
Oh wow. I had no idea.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck? That's so amazing.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. Hey, Leah.
Just kind of let me in the
Hello.
stream.
I had the boxes set up and then it just changed it. Let me see. There we go. Nope. Oh, still did it. Okay, so first off, Hannah, thank you so much for joining. We are so excited to talk to you about this book. Hopefully, get a sneak peek into the next book. Either way, whatever you can provide, we're grateful. Okay, even if it's just like a little snippet of what's on the back of it, we're grateful because I mean the cliffhanger was harsh, so we'll get into that. But we're excited to have you. So welcome. Thank you so much for interviewing. For those that don't know, Hanna Harp is the author of Haunting the Hunter. It's an amazing dark romance where the reader is the love interest. It has a fourth wall break. The MMC falls for you, the reader, forced proximity, possessive love, shadow daddy energy, which we'll tap into that in a little bit, demonic possession, and very strong touch. A very strong touch her and suffer consequences energy. And I said it like that because we all know that TikTok will, shut it down. So I'm saying it like that, but it's a lot more intense in the book. Just know that. So it's very immersive, unconventional, and it ends on a brutal cliffhanger. Before we go any further, I just want to congratulate you again on being at almost 1,000 reviews on Amazon. That is so massive. Like, you are incredible.
Thank you.
So if you've experienced it on audio, I don't know how many of you in the comments have listened to it on audio, but Teddy Hamilton is the voice of Cade. Callisto is voiced by MK Blackwood, and then Alabaster is voiced by Christian Leatherman. And I will say they all did really well. Like, it was really incredible. I was completely blown away by the audio. So
I was very decisive about who I chose.
yeah, you were intentional with it, and I love that. And we'll dive into that too. Of course, the structure, the character psychology, the tension, and again the ending. So without further ado, I'm gonna kick it to Leia so she can start with the questions.
Yes, first up, I want to say I agree. The audiobook is Chef's kiss. Such a good job. So obviously, as she said, like you wrote this book as, the dark romance where, the reader is the love interest. What made you commit to that structure for your first book?
Well, I don't ever do anything half-assed, that's for sure. So I figured I might as well go all in on my very first book.
I
Um,
love it.
no, it was actually the topic of the fourth wall break is actually something very personal to me, and I love immersion. You know, who doesn't love to just kind of enjoy our delusions for a little bit, of course, naturally. But I have something called DPDR. It's a depersonalization derealization disorder. And so the reason I decided to go on this particular topic was because it was literally haunting me. The concept was haunting me. And it's this beautiful metaphor of how someone can long for something that is completely intangible. And I love the fact that, Cade is such a contradictory character and he's the last person that you would expect to to have these feelings for something like that. But but yeah, I wanted to commit to it because it's a topic that means a great deal to me personally. Having not really been fully grounded in reality at all and kind of longing for something and being hyper aware of something, but also loving things that are intangible, but not processing it and having such a severe disconnection to everything.
It's beautiful. I like that, like taking something that's kind of, since I don't have anything like that, it's hard to say, if you consider that like, an
Mhm.
actual like thing that you struggle with. Like, I don't know if you call it like a struggle, but, taking something like
Yeah.
that and turning it into something enjoyable and something
No,
fun is really cool.
yeah, it absolutely, yeah, it is a struggle. Absolutely, it's a struggle every day. And writing has really helped me. And the story and these characters they all represent something very specific. And we can talk about that later, of course. But you know, all of that being a part of me, it's kind of like I'm writing this story and also trying to bring myself back to reality, whereas these characters are kind of losing themselves within, what their world considers reality.
Yeah, that's really cool. Um, so I guess with your kind of emotional ties to, not only just what you put on the page, but what the meaning of it was for you, what emotional response did you hope that readers would have when they realized that like they were kind of inside the story?
Honestly, for me, I wanted it to be an experience. And I knew that this was going to be a niche subject. I knew that it was
Yeah.
going to be something that not everybody was going to love, but that wasn't the point. The point was I was writing this for me. I was writing this because it meant something to me. And if it brought anyone any joy, that's a plus, right? That's great. I never expected it to go the way that, the way everything went. I never expected it, obviously. No one does. But I guess the what I would love for people, what the feeling can invoke, I think that's what I love about art. Everyone feels something different from art. The interpretations
Yeah.
are different depending on who you talk to. And for me, I love immersion. For me, I love feeling a part of something because so many of us don't get that. We don't, we dive into these stories and we place ourselves in these characters and we want that escapism, you know? And so I wanted to be able to bring us in. I wanted to be able to pull us in and say like, hey, this is kind of like a found family situation, and it gets more deep as we go further into the books. And we really do become a part of these characters' lives. And obviously, the debut is just like it's a prelude. That's all it is. The book itself is small. It's just a prelude, a teaser, if you will, to the larger overarching story that is to come. Stories to come.
Well, even that is powerful. I remember when, for example, like the first Iron Man movie came out or Eternals came out, and like all these huge franchise things that have had dedicated comic book readers for the longest, a lot of people were like, oh, well, it didn't deliver. And it's setting up, it's setting the stage for like what's going to happen. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of people, especially in the book world, are used to that instant gratification. They're used to give me everything in one bite, everything in one sitting.
Yeah, sorry, I
And
like to edge people
yeah,
sometimes.
this isn't that. Like, and I think one of the reasons I really wanted to do an interview with you is just to help people understand the fourth wall break and what that truly means. Like, you're not
Mhm.
going to, chapter two, I'm in love with you. You're the reader and I'm
No.
in love with you and
It
you're my
just,
everything.
especially with a
Like,
character that doesn't even believe in the paranormal in the first place.
right. Like there's character growth that has to happen. You got to set
Hmm.
the stage and then people truly need to understand what they're walking into, right? Because I think
Yeah.
there's I can't tell you how many readers I've come across that are like, I don't read the trigger warnings. I don't read this. I just go in. Well, there's a downfall to that too because you're going in uneducated. You don't understand what fourth wall break means. You just took one TikTok video and like ran with it and you're not understanding that like this is,
It's okay.
a little bit it's going to be a little bit of a journey, before it's fully
Yeah, yeah,
delivered.
you certainly like you get thrown into this, and that was the point.
Yeah.
Is almost it's almost as if it gives you whiplash, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yes, a
If
little bit.
that's
for sure.
okay.
I was gonna say
Victim.
I would the very
Like,
first time he said something about like you and he was like talking about touching, I was like, who?
I know.
oh yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
excuse me.
I genuinely, I have no issue. Like the people that love the book. That's awesome. The
Right.
people that don't love the book, that's okay too. I really don't care. For me, I'm probably the easiest pleaser when it comes to reading. I know what I
Yeah.
like, and I don't care. I don't look up reviews online before I buy a book. I don't care. And I've never DNF'd a book in my life. I read them through like, and I go in wholeheartedly just letting
You
the
commit.
author guide me through this. I trust the process, and I've never had an issue. I'm a very easy pleaser, and I'm cool with it. I've never had an issue. I mean, honestly, if you hated the book and went out of your way to leave a massive, terrible review, which I'm not going to read, because I mean, the reviews are not for the author, for the readers, and
Right.
that's fine. You know, but I mean, hey, you wasted your money. You read the book or partial of the book and took your time to write a review. Who really lost here? Who? Not me. That's an
No, it's
issue.
Yeah,
got
they
good
say there's
reviews.
no.
Like,
I got no
yeah,
problems
I
with
read
it.
them. They were great. A lot of them were saying that they just didn't know how to process like what a fourth wall break would look like and it was a pleasant surprise. One person went in depth about each character and how they loved that they didn't just stay the main interest, that there were two storylines happening at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, and how awesome that was because you kind of got like this moment where you're like, ooh, like, oh, he's talking to me. And then the next second you're like, okay, I can recoup for a second and focus on
It
Callisto.
reads like a show. And anyone that I've ever talked to about it, and I love it whenever people, I had somebody comment, like, actually, I think it was multiple people. They were like, I need season two. And I'm like, you get it. Oh my God, yes, because it literally reads like a show. You're going back and
It
forth between
does.
the characters, and that was so very intentional. These two separate
Yeah.
stories in one is so intentional.
Yeah.
It's meant to be the way that it is. And I've been working on that for like the universe itself, like 8 years. I'm not
Well,
gonna
like you
lie.
said, it's in your
Wow.
mind though. Like it wasn't
Yep.
just one person, right? It wasn't just one character. It
Uh-uh.
was a whole storyline that was like haunting you, right? Like it
Yeah.
was multiple facets, like multiple point of views, multiple things.
Yeah.
So the fact that you were able to weave all of that into one book, well, actually, it was supposed to be one really big book, right? And then it got split into
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. I
That's
mean, it's how
incredible.
the cookie crumbled, but it's okay. It gives me the opportunity to go more in depth to everything in the second book. And like I said, it's so very, oh, thank you, Jazzy. Uh, how like it is so blatantly intentional how I did everything. And I've had so many people be like, I really wish that, it was multiple books of the characters, and it's like, I'm sorry. But these characters aren't just characters. They're not based off of, people in my life. These are actual personifications of my trauma, of my issues, of my feelings, of my heart, my fear, my
Right.
childhood trauma, my dissociation, and my logic. these are the characters that have they interact with each other. They work together. You know, there's something happening. There's a metaphor occurring here in the background that some people get, some people don't, and that's okay. I'm doing this because it helps. I like it. I'm enjoying
Listen, you
myself.
are
That's good.
breaking down barriers. You hear me? Like, normal is boring. Okay? You fucking cooked that shit up and
I know
served it
it's
and was
not
like,
standard.
She
listen,
she did.
I
she
know it's
did.
not standard. I recognize that it's not standard, and it's okay that a lot of people don't like that. Really, it is.
Yeah.
But I just, honestly, I'm having fun, you know? Like
Yeah.
it, I have this idea, and honestly, I can't wait for Haunted Hearts to come out because
Me too.
I'm hoping that it's gonna blow some people's minds. Like how, and obviously there's more, but
Yeah, of
I'm hoping that
course.
the second book just really blows people's minds of how I go about doing like the meta concept because it's a concept, you know? It's not
Mm-hmm.
your standard, oh, he transfers to your world and now you guys are in love forever. Like that doesn't make sense.
I mean, listen, a lot of people felt that way about books that are now theme parks and movies and all the things. They were like, what? What does that mean? What do you mean a kid is a wizard? And what do you mean? Like, there's so many. You look at all these, look at anime. You know, anime used to have to, like, you couldn't announce that you liked it because you weren't cool. But now it's cool, apparently. Like, oh, okay. Now I'm cool. That's awesome. But I mean, like, there's so many things that some people just need to truly understand or give it a second, let it cook, and then try it out. But I can tell you, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I
I do
loved,
want to
That's
say
my
honestly,
mom.
too.
And that's honestly all I really care about. My mom
yeah.
loved it.
Your other mom loved it too, by the way, just to let you know.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad. I'm so glad.
She loved it. She said it was so cool. The first thing my mom said when she listened to it was, I understand the way her brain, I love the way her brain works, and I feel like she understands the way my brain works. Like, she said
I
that,
love that.
yeah, she was like, sometimes there's like 20 things going on at once. And she said that you laid it out very elegantly. Like, it flows
Thank
beautifully.
you.
She didn't, usually she has to take breaks with books, and
Mhm.
she was able to power straight through. And it definitely helped that Teddy was narrating, you know?
I mean, naturally. Naturally. Of course.
No,
One
I
thing
love
that
it.
like I
Everybody
wanted to
sing along.
highlight that was like really I think kind of different for me was that like I am a wide shoes girly through and through, but I always can pick out like a favorite, right? Or like I can be like, oh, I've got like,
Be
you
saying
know,
those words yet. I haven't said anything yet.
but I generally can say like, oh, like, I love all of them, but so and so is my favorite. Like it was really hard like for me to like choose between Cade and Alabaster. Like I don't know that I could say. I think there's only been one other book that like I've been like, oh no, like I really actually can't choose. Like I don't have a favorite.
Rubies?
And this is yes, Rubies. And
Yes.
then this one. Like I'm just like, dude, I'm torn because obviously like this
Jazzy.
Alabaster is delicious, but so is Cade in his own ways. So that's something that for me I was like, oh, I kind of like that. Like you were able to write both of those characters so well that I was like, dude, I can't choose.
Jazzy said even Jack. She loves Jack.
Oh, oh, you guys are gonna
He's a whole
love.
he's a whole problem.
He's a
Oh my
vibe.
God.
He's a
You don't
fucking vibe.
understand. You don't understand. Like it's so hard for me to keep my mouth shut. That's why I just have to like hermit myself and isolate completely because when I tell you, all I want to do is talk about it.
Oh my
Oh
god, I
my
can't
God.
wait. I can't wait. But no, it's real. Like, I went into this like Teddy Hamilton in mind, Kate in mind. I went into this like ready to be the love interest, and when I got in, I was like, I love the different storylines. I love that like I said before, like I get a break from being actually in the book. Because what you said
Yeah, you
earlier is
did,
so
Donna.
true. People just want to be heard and people want to feel special. I feel like
Mhm.
that people want to feel loved, right? Like I feel like those are the main things that people want, right? And you go into
Yeah.
this book and you get all three. You get to feel seen, you get to feel heard, you get to feel like you're actually in something, like you're involved. And then you get to sit back and watch. Thank you. You get to sit back and watch
Oh
Callisto's
boy.
story and Alabaster, and I was literally like guessing like what is Alabaster, like what is, like, I was every chapter with him, I was second guessing everything, and I loved that because it challenged me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. There's actually an entire. I have an entire like species map.
oh my god, really? It's not
I've
released
been
yet though,
building.
right? I didn't just miss it, did I? Okay.
No, I mean I casually talk about it because I've been talking about this for. I've been building this universe for years. There's different species. There's an entire hierarchy.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait. You really do disappear
When
into
she
this
when
book,
she
y'all.
said when she says
Okay.
she likes to edge people, she likes to edge people.
Hannah, Hannah, come on.
I will tell you this. I can give you guys this much.
Okay,
So obviously, as we understand, as we have come to understand that, and this is public information on my Substack and
okay,
everything like that.
okay.
So obviously, Alabaster, Kai, and Alok are celestials.
Right?
Yes. So they are a species that was born from Titans. One particular Titan from them. Their parent. Like there's 8 of them. There are 8 Titans.
Yeah.
And the Solon is the Titan of light and order. And then there's Asher, who is the Titan of time and space.
Oh, this
They're
is gonna be fucking delicious. I'm so
Yes,
excited.
obviously. Yeah, yeah.
Girl, you are
So
scratching my nerd itch for real. Oh my god.
keep
I'm
talking. No, no, Shauna, I
so
can't. I will
fucking
literally,
excited.
I will literally say too much.
I can
Oh
see her
my
like
god.
tiptoeing around it. You're like,
Yeah, she's
I,
so
she's
and so
dancing the
is
line.
Elva.
this.
I'm okay. I'm not. I want to say so much, and it
Where's my
bothers me
hot
that I
Cheetos?
that I I'm trying to think like,
Her
okay,
stress Cheetos.
say? What can I safely say? Okay, I will safely say that in the future there are going to be, whenever the universe is established and we
Mm-hmm.
understand things, obviously there's going to be other duets, other novels, other series of other creatures um, in the universe. Like, I'm comfortable talking about the Aurivore. The creatures that I build, the Titans, the beings underneath of them, they are all kind of mixes of creatures from different lore. Aurivores are basically my universe's demons, but they are a mix between a demon and a Grim Reaper.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is cool. Oh my
Yep. They have
gosh.
entire abilities and like I can literally pull up my I'm not gonna talk right. I can literally pull up Obsidian and show you guys. Like just there is so much. There is so much. It's taking me years to just collect all of the information in my mind and just put it somewhere. But
Yeah.
I'm liking Obsidian, by the way, if you're trying to like world build and things. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm probably just gonna get a giant whiteboard.
That'd be super cool. I want to see pictures. If you do end up doing that, I mean, it's going to be intense
Oh,
and
I'm gonna no,
detailed.
I'm gonna be making videos over here like, okay guys, so this over here is this is how this works, all right? And they all come from here. Okay, there's immortals and then there's lesser beings and those are mortal supernatural beings, okay? So and I
Oh,
have an entire way of how it works of like, primals, and those are the parent species to lichens, which is the parent species to werewolves.
I
This is
love it
so Kaya's
so
jam.
much. It is. Like, I'm gonna flip the fuck out. Listen, I'm gonna
I
make
mean,
my own
listen,
board. I'm gonna make my own board and be like, okay, listen, this is what I understand so far. This is what I got. I am so fucking excited. You don't understand. I'm gonna nerd the fuck
Yes,
out. So,
yes, we have witches. Well, what my universe considers witches. We've got werewolves. We've got demons. We've got celestials, which are basically like primordial gods. So yes, funny, ha ha. Alabaster is actually, technically speaking, a god, but there was a war a long time ago, and worship was banned.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is
See, and this
why
is
bad things are occurring.
I'm so fucking excited. I can't, and you know, there's something I want to say, but it would spoil it for others, so I'm not going to say it. But I will tell
That's
you, I'm
what's
excited
hard.
because, girl, it is. I told her in the beginning, I was like, this is going to be very hard because there's something I want to say back to that, and I just wrote it down so I'll remember. Okay, so
Yes,
Kate doesn't believe in magic, right?
exactly. That's right.
Kate
Yeah.
doesn't believe in magic at first. How important was the skepticism to his emotional journey in the book?
Oh, it wasn't a matter of importance. It was a matter of this is his character. He grew up in a space where he was being raised by this cult, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he despised everything about it. He was forced to do things that he didn't want to do, raised in this environment that he didn't want to be in. He hated what he saw. So he refused to believe these things out of pure spite and because it just didn't make sense to him.
Right.
All of this, like they raised him to be this cold, calculative person, and so naturally he grew to be a very logical, concise person. He disbelieves everything until he sees it. So that's just how
Mm-hmm.
he was raised. That's how his character is on purpose because that's just how he is,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But as for I suppose the plot convenience, I mean, if I was going to have it for plot convenience, I would have had him believing the supernatural, but it just
True.
didn't make sense for his character. His character alone just, he was a skeptic. That's what he was. And I had to find it. Okay, how do we get from here to here?
Right. And you did it. I mean, you did it. You did it beautifully. It's
Thank
being
you.
woven together, and it's crazy because somewhere in the middle of that, there's his sweetness towards a cat, and it's like, wow, the skeptic, protective asshole is just, "Psst, psst, psst, come here, kitty.
That
I'm
was
gonna
one
go
of
buy
my most
everything in the
favorite
store.
parts.
I'm gonna buy
I
everything in
like
the
the
store because I
Give
don't know
her
how
the
to take care of
cat.
you."
I like one of my favorite scenes from the book is him going into that freaking store. And this isn't spoiler worthy. This is just a cute
No.
moment. He's
Yes.
walking into the store and he's just like he's looking at this cat food for like a geriatric cat or like cats with joint problems and he's just like, well, I'm gonna grab everything because I don't know what the fuck to
I
get
don't
for
know
this
what to
animal.
fucking
He's never
buy.
owned a pet before, so he's just confused and he doesn't know what to do, so he buys all of it and he spends like $300 on all the cat food in the fucking convenience store. And Callie is just like, what the
The
fuck?
fuck?
The part
Ja-
that I love the most
Like
about
they're
that
like this
that
fucking
scene,
idiot. Like he's the smartest idiot ever.
he tried, okay? He tried.
I actually liked the part where he was like yelling at the guy the most of that scene because like I was picturing it like him being like this badass, like he's slashing tires and shit, and then he's like holding this fluffy cat, like I could just see it in my mind. That was actually my favorite part of that scene was just like him being a badass, but then like here's little fluff ball over here, just kind of hanging out.
Jazzy said her favorite part was when Alabaster said, "Oh, kitty."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like a famous line from the book at this point. Anybody who knows the book is probably gonna mention that once or twice.
I love that so much. Yeah, I thought
That's
honestly, like
great.
I was just sitting here eating my snacks, and I hear Teddy Hamilton, psst, 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 "Come here, kitty."
Oh my God,
I was
it's
like, "Oh
so
my
funny.
god."
Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I knew what I was doing. I had already picked Teddy to be Cade, but while I was still working on the book. So I was like,
You
I'm
could
gonna
hear
get
it.
Teddy Hamilton
You
to
could
go.
hear
Nailed it. Nailed it. And I do have to say
Love
too,
it.
like your inclusivity throughout the entire book, you can tell you were intentional. Like you everything that you did, there was so many just small moments where I was like, damn, Hannah, you did that. I love that. Like that was cool. Like even the plus size inclusivity in the beginning, like
Gotta be subtle. Gotta be
yeah,
subtle.
like every single thing that you did, you can tell it was intentional. Like the love and care
Well,
you put into this book.
You have to, because I wanted to make sure that, anybody could love Cade. If you are interested in a morally gray, tall, dark hair, handsome, broody man, then you could enjoy it. I wanted to make sure that like his type, he is bisexual. He does not care what parts someone has. He does not give a
Yeah.
shit if you are larger or if you are a scrawny dude. He does not care. The only reason he turned down that one guy at the party is because he had glitter on him. And
Yeah.
glitter is a
Glitter is
no-no
messy.
whenever it
Glitter
comes
is
down
He's
messy.
to
he,
5-0 getting involved with things. Like,
Yeah.
can't have glitter.
he
Glitter's
literally
messy.
went down the list. He said, I don't care if you're ginger, tall, skinny, fat, round, square, I don't care. But glitter, can't do it.
Yeah, draw. We
Yep.
gotta draw the line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You ever try to get glitter off you? It's
It's the
difficult.
worst.
Oh, I love glitter. I love glitter. Kate would hate me. I adore glitter.
Really? Oh my god. No,
I'm
I kept
literally
it out
wearing
of the
some on my
house.
eyeballs right now.
I love that so much. I love it on people, like especially when I go to like I live in Washington, so we have like underground raves and we have all the things. Like it's Seattle
That's
be
fun.
hopping. Girl, Seattle be hopping, okay? But the amount of people that are glittered up, like that's the first time I bought glitter. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I got it. Quickly figured out it's messy. It's very messy. It's very difficult to get off. I had glitter on everything in my house for like a month. And all
Yeah,
I did was
I
put it on my
don't mind.
body.
I do not mind. It makes everything magical. And
I
I
love
love
that.
black. You will find me typically only wearing black.
Same.
But your girl likes a
So
little bit
much.
of magic.
I love it. Black magic. I'm here for it. Listen, I'm here for it.
Hey,
Yes, girl. So, all right. So, Cade lives in constant protection mode. His sister, just everything, everything. Did you always intend for his arc to revolve around control versus surrender?
that is a beautiful question. Okay, let me prepare myself.
Yes, girl.
Cade is literally the embodiment of duality. His
Okay.
character represents my logic and my dissociation. Literally, I have a tattoo that upside down, it says fantasy, reality.
Oh, that's
And I
cool.
got that. I got that a long time ago. And he is literally the embodiment of that. He is this very cold and logical, very smart, intelligent person who he can read social cues like no one's business. But he
Mm-hmm.
has no idea how to communicate in a very efficient way. He doesn't know how to open up to people. He doesn't know how. He was never taught how. This is
Yeah.
something that is just ingrained in him as a person. So when he starts feeling us, the reader, he thinks he's going crazy because he doesn't
Yeah.
understand. He genuinely cannot wrap his mind around this concept of breaking his walls down for something that isn't even really there. But that's the point. That's the point of yearning, of longing. It's he falls in love with an idea, with a feeling, something that doesn't make sense for his character whatsoever, but it's the only thing that he ends up dropping his walls for. And it's a beautiful metaphor, and I love it. Just like,
It
with
is.
Callie and Kai, they it's beautiful. Alabaster or Kai, he represents my fear, and Callie represents my childhood trauma. And boy, howdy, does she do a damn good job at that. My fear fell in love with my trauma.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
It makes me want to cry. Like
Yeah,
especially reading the book. It's like, oh my god.
that's
I
not
kind
the
of want to go
only
back and like
thing.
re-listen now.
But that's the only thing. That's not the only thing. And I guess this is a hint to book two. But fear isn't the only thing that falls in love with trauma.
Damn.
And
Okay.
that is a hint if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, that's really incredible. Everybody in the comments is loving it too. I love that, as heartbreaking as it is. I caught that when I was listening to that. Okay, Jazzy. Jazzy is really smart though. She's one of most of them in the comments are sisters of the
Oh,
sisterhood.
and
And
I just want to let everybody know right now, I'm very open about this. Jack gets a happy ending. I just want you all to be aware of that.
Good.
we want that for Jack.
Yes, he's a very important character.
He is.
Yeah.
I love
He's a
that.
side character that gives main character energy. Wink, wink.
I love that. Not the wink
little
wink.
little tidbits here and there.
So
Just a little wink, wink.
when Callisto attempts protection and something much bigger unleashes, did you always know that that would be the turning point?
Well, the funny thing is, I s- the way it starts is, well, I had to start at the end. And that might not make sense now, but in a couple of years, it'll make a lot of sense.
Okay.
And I knew that the pendulum is obviously the thing that allows us to be there with them,
Right.
that gives us access to them. And obviously, I'm working with meta concepts. So, toying with that, playing with it, is really fun. I love it. And honestly, the best part about this is that by the time we do finally get to the end, I'm going to be a better writer then. You know, years down the line, I'm going to be a lot more experienced and understand the psychology behind it better and be just performance wise better. I'll be able to tell stories better. And for the debut, you know, I am proud of it. I'm so proud of how it went and how everything plays off of each other. But it had to start with her. It had to, because it's such an innocent thing. I mean, it's like it's like she's starting to topple all of the dominoes, and she doesn't even realize that that small, minor little attempt to help, that innocent moment of just a little sister wanting to keep her brother safe because she couldn't do anything. She didn't know how to help. And so she tried to take matters into her own hands. It's this
Yeah.
sweet and beautiful innocence in the midst of such dark themes. And her character growth, I'm really proud of. I'm really, really proud of it. You know, she goes through a lot, but she deserves the love that she gets. And I'm excited. And Cade does too. There would never be a normal person for him out there anyway. He's too big for
No.
that.
Yeah, exactly. He's been through too much too.
Yeah, with them like referencing him as like being a weapon, like he definitely, yeah, definitely needs more. But I mean, for like Callisto, I mean, she is, so powerful, but still isolated. How did you approach writing a character that was discovering her strength while being like physically confined?
A
Ain't
very
that the truth?
vulnerable character. You know, again with the duality, I think we see bits and pieces of her using this magic and how powerful she is, but everything comes at a price. And that is something that she just consistently says. She knows that things come at a price. And honestly, I don't know if you guys are ready for book two because it really throws you for a loop. It all comes to a head in that aspect. You know, there's so many questions and everyone's so curious about all of these things, but it's her character, it's sad. You know, she's isolated, she feels alone, she has just these small moments and she holds them so precious, and she does what we all do whenever we feel isolated and alone. She loses herself in books. You know, she doesn't have any hobbies. She doesn't really do anything. Like, she just reads. She loves to read. She loves stories and she's finding her voice. And it's just, her character makes me sad. It makes me sad
Yeah, of
because I love her so
course.
much.
No,
Um,
I love that.
I forgot the question.
So you
I mean,
answered it though.
yeah, that was basically it.
Yeah. No, you answered it.
Awesome.
How
Great.
does she discover her strength with being physically confined and damn near mentally and emotionally confined too? Because they didn't share
Mhm.
a lot with her. She's it's like trial by fire with her. You know,
Oh
she's
yeah.
finding everything out and she's learning and she's, trying to find her freaking self and her path and
Yeah.
what she wants to do and how to handle what's happening to her in the book. And like, that girl is going through it. I mean, trauma is
Mhm.
real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I one of my favorite chapters is when, she shows her
Mm-hmm.
brother, like whenever she displays it, and he's just like, you finally get a moment with
Yeah.
Cade where it's like, oh my God. Like like for that moment he forgets any walls, like he just has an appreciation for his sister in that moment.
Yep.
And it's really beautiful.
100%. So Alabaster being mysterious, rule breaking, at least that's what it seems like, the rule breaker, and clearly not playing by anyone's boundaries. How much of him was planned versus still unfolding for you?
Oh my God, he's a wild card. I don't know how to
You
get
a
a
little
beat
bit.
on that man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when it comes to my characters, Callie and Cade, they are so predictable in their behaviors, in their consistency. But don't ever think that you know what Alabaster is going to do, or how he feels, or how he thinks, because he will fucking throw you for a loop. Because he sure as hell did in the second book. Damn it!
Oh my goodness.
I
I
know.
mean,
I can't wait.
he did for me in the bar where she that guy was like talking to her and he was like, "Don't worry, you're safe with me here." And then he got pissed. Like you thought that he was just gonna be like chilling in the background, and then that's not how that ended.
Listen,
Nope.
I'm here for it.
Nope,
I'm
nope.
so fucking
You really
excited.
like he is because he is so weird. Because it's like he's all like, touch her, pass away, like, you're deceited and stuff. It's like, bro, I know you would. Like, we know you would, but at the same time, we know you whimper, bitch. We know she's got your
In a
Cojones.
fucking
vice, in a
chokehold.
vice.
Yes.
I fucking love Hannah so much. I
Like,
fucking love
I
you.
swear, like, because, like, he's just so. There's this part of him that is so, like, he's so strong and he's so there and he is a passionate person, but, like, at the same damn time, he's just, like, he consistently is such a contradiction. It doesn't make sense. You're like, oh, that's totally him. Like, this is totally what he would do. Nope, nope. He actually does the exact opposite.
Yep. Yep.
Like, with
100%.
Jack, he hates Jack. He hates Jack because
Loads.
Jack got all of Callie's firsts. Like, they're so close. And he's like, I despise that. But then, I can't say
Listen, and Christian Leatherman, like that
it.
voice
They're
for
so
Alabaster.
frustrating, River. I'm a
Good
pantser.
Lord.
He did
I don't
good.
I
I don't
loved it.
plan. No spoilers, I promise. No spoilers whatsoever. But y'all are going to either love me or hate me. I don't know. I don't
We'll hate
know.
you for a second. Listen,
One of the
we
two.
did an
I don't
interview.
know. You might really love it.
I'm excited. Listen, we're gonna be in Salem when we're listening to this. We're gonna be in
Really?
yeah. We're going to Ruby's event and we're gonna be in Salem. The sisterhood got a house and everything. Like we're gonna have a Haunting the Hunter night. We're gonna listen to it. We're gonna do a themed board and everything. I'm excited.
What the hell?
Hmm.
Oh my
I
God,
figured
that's
the live would be
amazing.
the best time to tell you. We're prepping for book two. We're gonna do a whole series on it this year. We're gonna be really excited for
Oh
book two,
man.
dude. So
Honestly,
yeah,
there's so many aspects of this book that has been so strange because of my dissociative disorder, I don't process any of it. Like any
yeah,
success that I've gained from it, anything like that, I don't process it. I don't like genuinely, it's just not there. It doesn't click because any of my emotions to those memories are completely detached. So I'm just kind of here, having a good time, enjoying You know, I'm just like, okay, I finished it. On to the next one. Like, that's literally my mindset. And I'm very passionate about the love of what I've done and what I have made and created and everything. I love that. That I am excited about. But as for everything else, I don't know how to process it. So it's like when someone comes to me and they say something that is very truly meaningful, it completely catches me off guard because I'm over here like, how could it be, that important to somebody? How could it be that impactful? And I think it was probably about 2 weeks after my book released, I got a DM request from somebody, and she had said that her and her two best friends had a little book club, and her best friend had started it, and she read so fast. She always was reading the books, but they all kind of caught up eventually.
Yeah.
And she had said that they were all so looking forward to my book coming out, and that she, for the first time, was able to read it first. And when her and her other friend went to visit their best friend in the hospital, she was passing from cancer, and they played her the first chapter of my book, and she had passed away shortly after that. And she thanked me for such a precious moment because had been so looking forward to it, and that the first chapter got to kind of close out her last. And I didn't even know how to process that information. And she sent a
Right.
picture of them three at like a some kind of book convention, and all I could do was cry. I didn't know what else to do. Just I wasn't sure how to process it. I wasn't sure how to handle the situation, and I ended up sending them book boxes because I didn't know what the hell else to do. I thanked her for sharing such an intimate story, and
Yeah.
I like it broke my heart. But
Girl,
I
I
guess it
wouldn't
really
even know
just
what to do
goes
with
to
that.
show you, how like you never know. You never know. If anybody, if any like anybody, you guys included, anybody in the comments, if ever there was a moment where you think, I think I might want to do something, I would highly suggest that you do. Because you have no idea how one small moment could end up impacting many people. And it's
Mm-hmm.
honestly a very beautiful thing. I think you asked me earlier what kind of impact I wanted the story to have on people,
Yeah.
and I think that is it. Any impact at all. I would think I would love to be somebody's comfort. I would love for my characters to be somebody's comfort characters. My goal, I want everyone to be thinking about Cade long after they put the book down. Every time that, by the end of this duet, I want everyone to be thinking, oh man, I just heard a knock in the living room and it's dark and I'm scared. No, I want you to think of Cade. I want it to twist. I don't want people to be afraid of the dark anymore. I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel like there's someone there with you, in a like a hot way instead of a scary way. I want to make shadows a positive thing. I want to make the dark and the scary into something where you go, and maybe laugh at yourself and not be so afraid anymore. It's small things like that. That's the kind of impact,
I mean, I
Like,
can say that I was definitely like, listen, I don't know why homegirl's tripping so much about this shadow person because I'm telling you, if I had a
Alea
shadow
has
that
no
was
black instincts. She has
I
none.
have
Alea
zero.
has zero black instincts. Okay, as her black friend, I keep trying to remind her black instincts are a thing. Okay, you are Mexican. You just a light skinned black person. I need the black instincts to kick in, girl. Cause
Listen, the
listen, she
amount
hears that
of
sound in the
I
night
would
and
be
she's
like,
like,
take me.
like what the fuck? It's a fucking problem. And then I
I'm a
realized I
problem.
was part of that problem. So I'm watching this show Found with my husband. He just got back from a almost 8 month deployment, and we always try to find something to like hold us to like ground us while we re get to know each other because we've been apart almost a year, right? So
yeah,
we like pick a movie or a show and we try to like every week we once a week we just slowly get back into like hanging out together and getting to know each other again. It's a whole thing. So we picked the show Found, and it's this girl is taken, I guess is the word. I don't know if that's flagged or not, but she was taken. And when she was younger, I want to say like 15, and then she ends up taking the guy that took her, and she keeps him in her basement, and she builds this whole foundation. Oh
That would
yeah,
be me.
she builds she builds this whole foundation on finding missing people, like especially children. Like she built an entire like empire of, and she finds them before the police do. Like she's really good at what she does. She's so good because she has him in the basement, going to him and handing him case files and saying, as the mind of someone that would do this, where's this kid? Like, where can I find them? And he gets into the mind of the person that did it, and he's great.
Sorry, where do I
So
watch that?
I know, right? I think it's on Peacock. It's called Found. Female main character is a black woman. It's a very diverse show. It even has a guy in there that he can't leave the house. I forgot what it's called, but he can't.
Agoraphobia.
Yes, he can't leave the house. He's like her guy in the chair. It's really cool, really inclusive. So my husband and I are watching this, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's flashing. It does flashbacks back to when she was in the guy's custody. And he's like bringing her books and snacks, never touches her. He just wants the company. Like, he asks her to like role play conversations with him to talk about a book. Like, oh, what did you think about chapter blah 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 in the book I gave you today? And she's like, I wanted my dad. I want to go home. And like, just really, really, just not. It's not going well. And when he gave her the book, I said, oh, he gave her a book. And my husband goes, what's wrong with you? I was like, well, like, that was, I'm used to like really dark shit. Like, she's not in a cage. Like,
particular reading taste.
look, I just gotta say, this could be worse. And he gave her a book. He has full meals. She has like a whole basement of like, it's like a house. It's really nice. I was like,
I mean,
just
I'm gonna
saying
be
it's
honest with you
horrible
guys.
situation.
If I was kidnapped and given books and snacks in a nice, clean, cozy environment, and I
And no one
wasn't being
touches me,
touched or nothing,
I feel like I'd
I
be
mean,
okay,
if it's hot, like maybe.
So I'm like,
That's what I'm saying with Alabaster. I'm like, why are you so mad?
Why
Like,
are we
all he's
complaining?
doing is
If
yeah,
Alabaster
making
is the one doing it, fucking take me. Take me.
the
Okay, I'm
the
an
scene
Alabaster girly
in the
by
kitchen, the scene in the kitchen where he said, "Let Jack watch." I said, "Oh my god, this guy
oh,
is gonna
the
be the
burnt
death of me."
toast,
Oh my god.
the burnt toast.
Stop. Stop. We can't talk about that scene right now because
Sorry.
I'm in the middle
Okay.
of something. I'm
I could not.
can't.
That's literally. I mean, the whole time I've been
Delicious.
like, why are we complaining about this guy? Because all he's done
I'm
is wonderful things. But that scene right there, I was like, oh my god.
glad that it hit you the same way that it hit me because I was sitting there with my editor. She was doing her own thing, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. What is happening right now? No, I can't come back from this. What is he doing? Like it's so good. How is this gonna end? I don't know what's going on, but I can't change it now. And she was like, you can't do anything now. It's canon. And I'm like,
No.
fuck.
That's what
We're gonna start
but
doing
I
that.
like
Just
that.
talk
I,
about
yeah,
it,
just
dude.
I'm done.
I can't with Alabaster. Like, by the way, Alabaster is his actual like given name. Kai is his chosen name because names
Got
have
it.
power, obviously. So they don't typically in their world. They don't typically. Did I throw my?
It's
No, it was
A
gone.
my.
little bit, yeah.
Oh, I was saying it's gone. It's behind you.
We're good. What I'm saying is like I cannot with him because something happened again. But the problem with what happened was I can't change it. I had to overhaul everything because this.
But that's what we love about him, right? Is he's the
We
wild card.
do.
Like that's
You
what
guys
like
can love him all you want.
she's mad at him.
I tell you, I can't. It's reasons like that, though, is why I can't say, oh, I'm a Cade girly, I'm an Alabaster girly, I'm a Jack. I don't know. I love them all, and I'm not choosing. I refuse.
Mhm.
I love them all. And that's why I love the multiple storylines. I know some people went in thinking some things, but I like it. I like being able to
It's just
swap and get to
different.
know all of
That's all
them.
it is.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's not the same, oh, Jazzy, you have no fucking idea. You Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
So
I think I
there's
did hint at
another.
it in one of my most recent videos though, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, we gotta go stalk the page. We haven't stalked the page in a while. We'll have to go
It's
over there.
okay. I haven't been making a lot of content because I am deep in the lore. Deep.
Oh my god.
But again, I mean, that's why I what makes me love Alabaster so much is just kind of he's not predictable, and you don't really know, what he's going to do, and
Yep.
there's just no
Don't
rhyme
know
or reason, it
what it's
seems like.
about.
But there is another entity that's like trying to police him. Are we stepping into something much larger in book 2?
We're gonna take that as a yes. We'll
Please
just take
don't
that as
make
a
Okay.
me
yes.
think
We'll just take
I
that as a yes.
Okay. Enough said. Enough said with not saying anything.
Was Alabaster always meant to be infatuated instantly, or did that grow when you were like drafting it, when you're writing it out?
Are you kidding? I have no idea what the hell is in his head. I can't get a beat on him even if I wanted to. Cade is easy. He's a very consistent man. Like
You
if
know what you're
someone's
gonna get with
acting
Cade.
weird, he's gonna put it together because he's fucking smart. There's no miscommunication tropes with Cade. All right, unless somebody blatantly lies to him, and he hates that shit. But he's consistent. He consistently hates lying, betrayal. He consistently doesn't like certain things, and he is just he's reliable. Cade is reliable. I love him for that so much.
He balances Alabaster. I think it's a good balance, personally.
Oh you say that now, but wait until they meet. Wait until they meet.
I can't wait. I'm so fucking stoked.
Oh
Not me in the
God,
middle
they're
of Salem
fucking
in this
chaotic.
book, dude.
Honestly, I was not expecting that. I
I
was
like
not
when that
expecting.
happens though with authors, when they're just as surprised by what comes out as when we're reading it. Like, I like when it's more kind of you're just writing and things are coming to you and you're like, what is going on? Instead of you kind of like knowing already step by step what's going to happen. I feel like it's
No, it's
more.
true.
No, I tried. Like literally, I've got. I have. I don't even want to like bore you with the tried. Like an entire journal's worth. Well, partial actually. I think I still have a few pages on the end. Yeah, I do. I have a small chunk that I haven't written in, but I am constantly jotting down notes, concepts. Like arrows that lead to all of the things. Like
I
just it's
remember your
chaos and
before
madness,
art
and I'm
pictures.
dyslexic, so I can't spell. So don't attempt to read it because
I was going to say, I
I
would love to just get like a couple screenshots of pages from that journal.
honestly, I will share it after the book is
I
out.
love that.
I actually think that's a good idea. When it's out, I will put them up on my Substack and I will. But the funny, like, I can't. I wish I had a better handle on it. But like I said, as you can see, I'm very frustrated with Alabaster or Kai. I'm just gonna start calling him Kai because that's what he's consistently called in the second book.
Yeah.
And I already knew that's what his like chosen name was a while back ago. And obviously, a lot of picture is just all the
I love
it,
it though.
very, very, very proficient at possession. It's not like he sucks at it. He doesn't practice that shit. He sucks at it. He's more inanimate objects. You know, he's more of like a poltergeist practiced. Like moving through walls and shit like that. Like a lot can't do that.
No, I love that.
You got to practice. They all have the capacity to do it. Celestials have the capacity, but if you don't practice it, you're not good at it.
So,
Thank you, River.
when you chose the stopping point for book 1, what did you want your readers to feel first? So obviously that was a hard decision, I'm assuming, to like take a huge book and cut it in
That's
half.
okay. It was sucked. It sucked, is what it
I'd imagine.
did. It sucked. It sucked very hard. And honestly, I wanted to keep going, but I knew that I could not keep going without knowing that, shortly after, because the book 2 literally picks up right where we left off. So, mind you, like right after that occurs, by the time Cade gets home with everybody, Kai is in the room with Callie. Like they sleeping in the same bed in the room over, so the next morning is occurring. And well, we all know what kind of chaos has to ensue there. Gotta introductions, fun stuff. So you know the beginning of the book. Well, you don't know what happens, but you get it. You get the vibe.
Yeah.
Jazzy highlighted when you said it sucked very hard.
Yes, it did actually, because my thoughts were, fuck! Really?
Oh my god.
And I kept writing. Okay. I just couldn't share it.
No, we're here for it. So
I didn't have
we're
a
gonna
choice.
skip the number 14. Leia.
I was gonna say we've
skip that.
kind of we've kind of like dipped our toes quite a bit in kind of what we can expect with book 2. So we're just gonna leave it where we've got it, with the little tidbits you've given.
We're grateful. We're grateful. So you had that book signing recently, right? We loved all the videos you shared, you sharing your journey on the drive before you got there, once you got there. What was in your head? What went through your head? So I know you said like you with the processing when you're going through stuff or, when things are happening, how you process it, it's a little different. What was that like? I know you shared a small clip of you in the car, and then there was a video when you got there, but did it click at any point of like, this is really happening? Like, you're going to go do a signing of this masterpiece that you created that's going to open up a world for all of us. What went through your head during all of that?
I really hate my outfit.
No. Listen.
That's so real, though. That's so
when
real.
I saw your video.
Chris, stop it, Coles. I need a different pair of pants. These are so uncomfortable. I feel frumpy.
No.
Well, I don't know if you ended up changing, but the video I saw when you got there, I was like, look at her thicker than a Snicker.
Looking all
Yes,
cute.
ma'am.
Looking all
Oh my
cute.
god. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Not thicker than a Snicker. I've never heard that before.
I'm not a teeny tiny girl. No, I'm
No,
fairly
look,
tall.
You got the tiny top, but that booty was poking. I was like, look at her. Okay. Look, my half gay side came out. I was like, Hannah fine as fuck.
Kaya, stop saying it's half. It's more than half.
I went to Walmart. I decisively picked out that baby blue knit sweater and that freaking cross. I don't have it in here. But that freaking jacket that had like the subtle baby blue in there, I was like, perfect. We got this shit. It's gonna be cozy, comfy. I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna wear something that's not black. I don't want to scare these people. Okay, we're trying to be presentable. We're trying to be, we're like, let's try something out of our wheelhouse. Boy, I fucking regretted it. I'm going to the book boyfriend bash in August.
You are?
Because that's my birthday. Nice. That is my birthday, and I want to go. I'm going as a +1 to my friend Trisha, and I'm gonna be going there, and I'm gonna be wearing black. You'll probably see me in a big ass baggy T-shirt with some black jeans and combat boots, because the girl is not trying that again. I'm not gonna be uncomfortable, because I want to try and present myself in a way that isn't completely...
Fuck it. Yeah, listen, you are baddie, okay? You wear what makes you comfortable and fuck the rest, okay? And you wear it well. It's not 100%. Like you look horrible. You look amazing. Just wear it, girl. Just wear it. Fuck
so
it.
Apart from that,
I'm actually really proud of my outfit. I got lucky because I forgot that we were doing this interview tonight. And when I saw I got tagged in a post, and I was like, oh, shit. And I ran around and I was like, oh, man. I did a load of laundry earlier, bitches. You guys got the nice t-shirt. You were lucky, because I was just going to wear my t-shirt that I slept in last night. But, I mean, I could have made it work.
No, I love it. You did it. You did it, girl. I'm here for it.
So, apart from that, the outfit...
so I think that's a plus. That's a win.
Apart from the outfit debacle, Did you have like moments where like you were like more confident or more nervous, or were you like overthinking everything? Like how did you feel?
Oh, so which by the way, my publisher is such a sweetheart. My editor at Simon and Schuster, they apologized thoroughly because they set up everything, obviously. But they thought that there would be an events coordinator at the Barnes and Noble. There was not. So I walked up in there with my little Starbucks cup, and I walk in and I see roses and this big bitch over here, and I see two of them, and I'm like, holy shit! Okay. Let's get this party started. And then all these people are like, standing around, and they're like just a bunch of people, and I'm like, hey, what's up, everybody? And so I got behind this little table that they had set up, and I was like, okay, now what? I didn't know what the hell was going on. I had no idea. I sat down and I drank some of my coffee, and I was like, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. And then the manager of Barnes & Noble, she walks up to me. She's just like, and I was like, oh, great, somebody who knows what they're doing. She walks up to me. She's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming. Will you sign my book?
Oh,
Okay, let's sign books. Okay, so I started like telling everybody, okay, come on up, build a line, we got this. Sorry, I started, signing books and everything. And by the end of it, people started sitting down. Everyone's sitting down. They're waiting for something. They're expecting something from me. And I'm like, all right, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's do this. And I stood up and I was like, all right, everybody, what's going on? My name is Hanna Harp. I'm the author of Haunting the Hunter. Obviously, I just signed all of your books. I hope you like my signature. I worked really hard on it. Thank you. Do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions for me? Yeah? I was like, feel free to talk about anything. We can talk about the plot. We can talk about what you may like about it. What if you haven't read it yet, let me sell you on it. Let's talk about it. And so I had some people that started raising their hands and they're asking questions, and we got into it, man. And there was this one, at one point, there was this girl in the very back. She had asked a few questions at that point, and she had this big old fluffy coat on. It had like faux fur everywhere on the shoulders and shit. And I was like, damn, that's a baller ass coat you got right there. And she was like, do you want it? And I was like, no, thank you. Moving on. So I'm just drinking my coffee, not knowing what the fuck to do. And I had to kind of like gauge, after like an hour or so, I'm gauging the situation. People are still coming in. They're still asking questions. People are gathering, listening to me go on a tangent and talking about, the book and the characters and why I chose this, why I did that, blah, blah, fucking blah. And I got to the very end and I was like, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. If you, you want to take some pictures, let's take some fucking pictures. Come on, let's get over here. Form a line. And so that is what I did. I took some pictures with people. Some of them were awkward. Some of them were really sweet and adorable. And, people are people. Human beings are going to human. So, just kind of roll with it. And then after that, I went to dinner with some of my street team that showed up. They drove days.
I
A
saw
long time.
you
Yeah, they drove a while.
Yeah.
They drove days to get there. And so they came. That was great. I had some friends come up and, just visit, and we ate food, and it was lovely. I had a drink. That was before I lost my ID, so that was very pleasant. And yeah, I ended the day. My social battery was at 0, and I was happy to go home. And that was all she wrote. That was it. I didn't overthink. I didn't have any moments where I was nervous or scared. I was just like, well, I don't know what I'm doing, so let's just do something.
You just rolled with it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you
Basically.
did the damn thing. I mean,
You sure
everything
did.
I saw was awesome. I love it.
It was lovely. It was wonderful to meet them.
All right, we're gonna do a rapid fire round. All right, so no overthinking. You just spit it out. Alea, you gotta be ready to hop in.
First thing that comes into your mind: dark romance or paranormal romance?
Both.
Morally gray or full villain?
Full villain.
Possessive or protective?
Possessive.
Slow burn or instant obsession?
Slow burn.
Ugh.
Just
Paperback,
torture us.
Kindle, or audiobook?
Paperback. I like them floppy.
Ooh. Favorite trope right now, at least.
Ooh. I don't know how to overthink that. I don't know how not to overthink that. Very specific, very niche. Um, um,
What about why choose?
let's go with that. Yeah.
There you go.
A book that recently wrecked you.
Oh, currently wrecking me is Between Two Kings.
A trope you'll never get tired of.
Um, I don't know why, but I like delayed gratification. I love a proper slow burn. Not like an extensive slow burn, but I like
Yeah.
a slow burn to where like you are actively being edged and you just want like you're just waiting for these characters to finally like, just like that. I love it whenever the two characters actually are building something. Whenever it's just like the second, that it happens like come on, build a little bit of tension there. I want my stomach to drop whenever they finally do it.
I love that.
I like that.
It's a psychological thing.
I think you answered this one in my previous question, but what are you reading right now?
Currently I am the Spit and Swallow duet. I said the wrong one. I said Between Two Kings, but I'm reading the first one. Between
Okay.
Two Kings is the second book. I'm currently reading Kiss of the Basilisk.
Me too. I'm listening to
And
it.
next after this duet is going to be The Poisoner.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Oh,
What are
yeah.
your top 3 on your TBR? So you just said 1. What are your top 3 on your TBR right now?
Hold on. Bring you with me for a second.
Not her going to her book haul.
I was gonna say we're going on a trip.
We're going to the
Okay,
shelf.
going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the skies. And Phasma and Enchantra. I really want to read these two. Court of the Vampire Queen.
I want to read that one.
Ooh,
I
mine
am
too. That's on
hopeful
my
about
TBR.
that one. And then I'm very excited because I finally am going to bust out Once You're Mine and Now You're Mine. And I'm going to read those probably all within a week because I'm a very fast reader, but I'm saving it until after I am done writing Haunted Hearts because I'm the kind of person that it's hard for me to put down a book. But
I just got
right
it.
now, with the way that
One
I'm enjoying slowly reading the Spit and Swallow duet.
Once Your Mind was really good. I haven't read the other one because I'm a freak and I
got it.
don't read the whole series at once. Like I'll read the first book in a series and then read like 7 other books and then go back to that series and I'm like all over the place. So I read Once Your Mind, but I haven't read the second one.
I didn't read my book unless the second one was out.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm like that. I'm a
I haven't
psychopath.
listened to the full audiobook. I won't until the second one's out.
That's how I do. If I know it's like multiple, but if it's like a situation like this where I was really excited about your book, I'll bite the bullet and I'll do it. But I try to wait. If I know it's going to be a series, I listen to it. I wait. Yeah. Yeah, listen, I couldn't wait for years. I had to get the first one.
That's really sweet.
I'm committed. I'm committed.
Our last our last 2 rapid fire questions, we already know the answer to. She's never.
Yeah, we
DNF
already know. You don't DNF. We know.
I do not DNF.
I love that. I'm a DNFer. I'm not gonna lie. I will toss that. I will toss it and be like, "That's it. I can't do it anymore." There's certain things that will make me DNF.
I really know, like I've never read ACOTAR because I know I as much as I love fantasy and I can appreciate it, I'm not a big fantasy girl. I like more paranormal and dark. Like I do know that I enjoy a good mafia romance every once in a while, but unless it is very specific, I'm called to certain things, and I don't care about. I don't have any triggers. I don't have any issues with that. But I do know that if I'm going to read something, it is fairly decisive, or sometimes it's just on the look alone, like the Court of the Vampire Queen. I just really like the way it looked, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go for it. I found out it was a wide choose. I'm like,
yeah,
better.
Yeah, see, I that actually helps me a little bit because I've never heard it put like that. Where like, because I also like I've read the first 2 of ACOTAR. I read some fantasy books, but I'm not huge into fantasy either. I find I have a little bit harder time with the deep world building. That kind of is hard for me to grasp. But I like that because I too really enjoy dark and paranormal
Yeah,
romance a
I'm a
lot more
very
than I would
simplistic
fantasy.
person, but like things like Vampire Diaries, Supernatural, things of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
those are my bread and fucking butter. I love it.
Same.
But like the Twilight vampires, love the Twilight series, the movies. I never read the books. I probably never will. But on that note, they're more of like a fantasy kind of a vibes, Like I'm expecting the vampires to actually be some like mystical fae, but by the structure of them. And, for me, I'm more of like a on the meta supernatural side of things, the paranormal side of things. Yes, there are different species, but it's very straightforward. Witches are mortal magical beings that have the power to manipulate nature. That straightforward, very straightforward.
There is a difference. There is a vibe difference. And if it's just not my vibe, then I'm like, probably not gonna love this. So, and I don't want to just read something and not love it, so I'm just gonna not read it. I have
No,
very
I get
specific
it.
tastes.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us about book one and
I like
coming up
themed.
book two. So I know it's in October. Do we have a date yet?
Yeah, October 27th.
27th. Okay. We had to mark that down, y'all. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And it's gonna be all the same narrators. Are we adding any more? Is it gonna be? I can't say yet.
she
That's okay.
she's
That's okay. She locked up so quick. I'm so
she
proud of you.
did.
Look
She
at
said,
you.
We're gonna
But
have we're going to have all of the same narrators that narrated the characters for those characters in the first book. We will indeed be having in the second book.
I love
perfect.
that. Okay,
That's
that's
enough.
enough. We're good. We're good.
Dude, she did.
I
She
love the way you
shut
just
down.
locked up.
She said,
All I have to say about that.
she looked the other way. She
I just
really was
locked
just
up.
like,
I
nope,
love it so much. Hannah, you
that
did good.
was
You say you're not
wonderful.
great at like holding it. You're great at holding it,
You
babe.
did
You
really
did it.
good.
You
I'm
did really
trying. Thank
good.
you. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much. Do you
I'm trying to
have
stay
do you
true.
have anything else you want to share regarding, because we are gonna like still like chop this up and put it on our page or anything. Is there anything else you want to share for it about book two or in
Um,
general?
Honestly, I'm just really freaking stoked, and I'm hoping that everybody who reads it is just like, honestly, I just hope I take you on a fucking roller coaster ride. Have fun. Good luck. Like, you're gonna need it.
Oh no.
Oh my
I
god.
already was in book one. I was very, because the thing is, like, I don't know, like you said, like it's like a prelude, is that I think is what you
Yes.
described book one as. But still, for me, I was so like pulled into it, even though like to you, you're like, oh, this is just the builder, right? Like we haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah,
I was
because
here for every second of it.
thank you. I'm glad you feel that way, really, genuinely.
Yeah, Jazzy said she was on a beautiful ride. It was a
Yeah,
ride
we're
for
here for
sure.
it.
Hey
We're
Yep.
here
yo,
for it. You
yeah,
know, you're
yeah, yeah.
incredible.
But the
You're
best part is
incredible.
that in book two, we're gonna be taking Cade for a ride.
Oh,
Oh my god.
You take that how you will.
I can't. She just listen, you I can't.
I'm
I love
blushing.
you
I'm
so
blushing
much.
over a fictional person. I'm blushing over someone who doesn't even exist in
How
real
do you
life.
know he's fictional?
Yeah.
I read a theory somewhere that every story in every book is a possibility in a different reality, and this book is literally set and literally refers to the fact that they are just simply in a different reality. You don't know if he's not real.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm here
That's
for
going to
it.
actually come into play in later books.
Listen, we got to go back and rewatch this, Leia, and like take notes.
I know.
There's
I
little
think we
she
have
drops. It's
I
drops. It's
think we
little
have a
drops.
sister in
Daddy,
here that
don't
is
get
trying to
ahead
take notes,
of me.
but she might not be doing. She might not be able to keep up. I think she said we were going a little too fast for her note taking, but she's
I
trying.
know. It's all right. We got it. No, thank you so much, Hannah. I hope you had an
Yes, Hannah,
amazing
thank
night,
you.
amazing weekend. We adore you. We will be there every second of the ride, supporting you. We're ready. We're here for it. If you need us, we're here. Thank you, everyone that was able to join, and have a good night.
Good night. I'm gonna go eat something.
Bye.